Okay, why is classical music better than rock? You'll have heard the story that when Einstein was a little kid, well, he had a poor academic performance, and he often failed his courses. So, well, the advisor of the school went to talk to his parents and told them that it was better to take him, little Albert, out of the school because it was a waste of resources. You can imagine. What all parents do was instead of having him out of school, they buy him a violin. And when little Albert learned the instrument, the story changed. And you all know what happened. He became one of the biggest minds of our world. So this relationship, among own capacities and music, specifically rock music and classical music, is what you'll be learning from this presentation. Who am I to tell you about this? Well, myself, I'm a musician, and I like both genres. I like rock music, I like classical music, Latin music, but that doesn't come into play. But, after doing a lot of research, I'm credible to tell you about this. What I'm talking about improving your academic performance, improving your health, and your mood. Does anything of this relates to you? I think it does. First, I'm telling that rock music is harmful for you. I'm not telling it's bad. I'm not telling it's the music from the devil. I'm just telling it's harmful for you. These are facts, and several studies have been made to prove this. First, rock music is harmful for your brain. This was a study made on mice, where mice were subjected to rock music and classical music. The results were these. The mice that were subjected to classical music showed an increase overall learning. They were solving mazes all real quick and stuff. But the interesting part is that the mice that were subjected to rock music were becoming stupid over the time. Around 4 weeks, and they showed some aggressive and even cannibalistic behaviors. When the scientists opened them and saw their brains, they saw a bunch of neurons growing in all directions, but without making any connections. These mice went crazy. You don't want to go crazy, so you should stop listening to rock music. Another thing, rock music is harmful for your body. It stimulates the overproduction of cortisol. Cortisol is a body hormone, and it has very specific effects. It causes chronic stress. It compromises your immune system, so you'll be getting sick often. It contributes to hyperglycemia. This is high blood sugar. You don't want that. It lowers bone formation, osteoporosis. This leads to osteoporosis. Believe me, you don't want that. This is a very bad disease where you will be all crouched and very painful. You don't want that. And it damages the cells in the hippocampus. This is a part of your brain, I'm sure you know. And, it causes impaired learning. You are college students, you don't want impaired learning. Also, rock music, stimulates reaction of proteins. Due to time constraints, I'm not able to explain that in the presentation, but you can ask me in the Q&A. Rock music is also harmful for your behavior. These are facts, quite subjective, quite hard to believe. That's why all these people are with me, and I put them into the slide because, for you to believe me, the American Academy of Pediatrics, the American Medical Association, and the Canadian Pediatric Society found a relationship among the preference for heavy metal music and below average academic performance, school behavior problems, drug use, arrest, and sexual activity. You don't want to be arrested. You don't want to use drugs. You don't want sexual activity, so don't listen. So far you have heard why rock music is harmful for you. Now, don't you hate when people tell you don't do this, and don't tell you what to do? The other part, you should listen to classical music. Why you should listen to classical music? Because it's good for you. How is it good for you? I will explain. Classical music is good for your brain. These are facts, and each one of these was tested through a different study. I can explain that to you, but you need to ask me in the question and answer because time constraints. It boosts your memory, it increases your spatial ability, it increases your concentration and retention. And this one is very specific because it was done on actual college students listening to an actual lecture where some students had this classical music background, the other had no music background. And the ones who were listening to classical music while they were listening at the lecture, they learned more from the class. And it improves your performance at the workplace. To your point, classical music is good for your health. It relaxes the body, it reduces stress, it boosts your immune system, you will be healthier, it controls blood pressure. This is kind of funny because this is a natural medical treatment people with cardiovascular diseases go to the doctor and the doctor tells them to listen to classical music. Well, and if controls your hormonal levels, you won't be worrying about like osteoporosis nor hyperglycemia or stuff. Wow. Well, a bunch of information. The bottom line is, you should stop listening to rock music because you don't want to suffer from mental retardation. You don't want to go crazy as a mouse. You don't want your proteins in your body to mess up. Say no to rock music. You don't want to be a pervert. You don't want to get this guy. You don't want to suffer from hyperglycemia, nor osteoporosis, nor chronic stress. So say no to rock music. What you want? You want to have you want to be focused, you want to be and do special intelligence. That's what you want. You should listen to classical music. You want to be healthy. You want to be relaxed. You want to control yourself and you want to be happy. This is why you should listen to classical music. Plans like, well, in closing, the negative effects of rock music compared to the positive effects of classical music call for immediate change in people's habits, where people should stop listening to rock music and should listen more to classical music. And just think about how would be today's world if Einstein's parents would have bought him an electric guitar instead of a violin. Thank you very much. Any question?
I guess I'm just curious as to how the music can actually affect all those. It was kind of, because I listen to thrash all the time, it was weird to see. How does that affect your body?
I can explain to you. There are like different issues. One is the rhythm. The one that was like affecting the mice was the rhythm. It was like the beats from the rock music, like things like that. Those are like the things that were like messing the brains of the mice. Other things are like the frequencies of the music and like the amplitudes, because well, in ancient rain concerts, people like placed eggs in front of the stage in rock concerts, and when they like the concert was finished, the eggs were completely boiled, and people were listening to the music feet away from the eggs, so their proteins in the body were also like boiled as sense. So like the rhythm, the beat, and the frequencies of the music are like the stuff that really mess up with your body. With your conscience, psychology is like the message of the music. It really like this whole psychology association agree that okay, it messes up with your mind.
Who's your favorite composer?
Well, my favorite composer is Will Colón. That is like from Latin music. My favorite composer from classical music is Johann Sebastian Bach.
Good, thank you. Very good.